Hello friends, today I will be discussing about the microsporogenesis in plants. Microsporogenesis, the term that microspore and genesis. The microspore means the male gamete and genesis means creation or formation. So microsporogenesis is defined as the process of formation of microspore from the microspore mother cell through meiosis. Right? In the previous class, I have already discussed about the development of anther and microsporangium. Now, let's go to this diagram. So, this diagram shows the TS, the transverse section of an young anther. Okay. So, this portion, this is the sporogenous tissue. So, this is one of the microsporangium, and the whole interior of this microsporangium is filled with the sporogenous cell. So, these are the sporogenous cells which are diploid, contains two number of chromosome. Okay. So this sporogenous cell, before undergoing meiotic divisions, they first develop an internal layer of callose. So a substance that is callose, its chemical composition is beta 1,3-glucan. Before they undergoing meiotic divisions, they produce an internal layer of callose. So the question arises, why they produce callose wall? The callose wall is formed that breaks the plasmodesmal connection. So you know the cells, the neighboring cells are joined by the plasmodesmata. The plasmodesmata, the term plasmodesmata, these plasmodesmata are the cytoplasmic junction, cytoplasmic channels that connects between the two neighboring cells, adjacent cells. So first, before they undergoing division, so this plasmodesmal connection has to be broken. So the internal layer of callose wall. So look here, this is the callose wall. First, the callose wall is produced internally that breaks the connection between the neighboring cells. Then this microspore mother cell. Suppose it is a microspore mother cell that contain two number of chromosomes. This microspore mother cells get round up, and its nucleus undergoes meiotic division. So you know, if a cell undergoes meiotic division, it produces four daughter cell like this, and each daughter cell contain haploid number of chromosome than that of the mother cell. If mother cell has chromosome 40 number of chromosome, then each daughter cell contain the chromosome number that is 20. So here the sporogenous cell transform into pollen mother cell. The sporogenous cell transform into pollen mother cell. In short form, it is written as PMC or microspore mother cell or MMC, which are diploid in nature. Okay. This microspore mother cell or pollen mother cell undergoes meiosis to produce pollen tetrad, which are haploid pollen grains. Now we will discuss, after the formation of these microspores, how these microspores are arranged in a pollen tetrad. So there are five types of arrangement of pollen tetrad. So the first one is the tetrahedral type of pollen arrangement. So tetrahedral, so the pollens are arranged like this. In this manner, the pollen are arranged. So the fourth one, we cannot see the fourth one, that is at the back side. So this type of arrangement is the tetrahedral, and it is the most common type of pollen arrangement. The second type is the isobilateral. Here the pollens are arranged in this manner. So they are arranged laterally They are side by side, and it is also the common type of arrangement. Both tetrahedral and isobilateral are the common type of pollen arrangement. So number 3 is the decussate type. So the pollens are arranged in this manner. So here is the decussate type of pollen arrangement. Okay. And the fourth type is linear. So the linear arrangement. Here the pollen grains are arranged linearly. All the 4 haploid pollen grains are arranged linearly. And the fifth is the T-sept. The pollen grains are arranged like English alphabet letter T. So the arrangement is like this. Here there are 2 pollen grains, and here is another one, and here is the one. So this is T-sept arrangement. So we should remember the one thing, that is the tetrahedral is the most common type, then the isobilateral. So these 5 types of arrangements of pollen tetrads occur in plants. So one case, the plant named Aristolochia, a plant named Aristolochia elegans. In Aristolochia elegans, all these 5 types of arrangements have been recorded. So this plant shows all these 5 types of arrangement. Okay. So now question arises, suppose a plant has to produce, so question 1, a plant has to produce 1000 pollen grain. A plant has to produce 1000 pollen grains. So how many meiotic divisions are required if a plant has to produce 1000 pollen grain? So the answer is 250. 250 meiotic divisions are required to produce 1000 pollen grain, because in one meiotic division 4 pollen grains are produced, right? So now we will discuss about some exceptional case. In Cyperaceae family, the plants, that is the grass-like plants, belongs to this family. Only one microspore is functional instead of 4. So if a plant belongs to Cyperaceae family, if it has to produce 1000 pollen grain, then question is how many meiotic divisions are required to produce 1000 pollen grain if the plant belongs to Cyperaceae family? The answer is 1000 pollen grain means 1000 functional pollen grain. So the answer is also 1000, because in one meiotic divisions 4 pollen grains are produced, but only one becomes functional. So to get 1000 functional pollen grain, 1000 meiotic divisions are required in case of Cyperaceae family. So it should be remembered that plants belong to this family, they produce only one functional pollen grain in one meiotic divisions. Now we will see some exceptional case regarding to microsporogenesis. Exceptional case. So first is the compound pollen grains. Compound pollen grains. So which is called the compound pollen grains. In some cases, all the 4 pollen grains remain attached. When all the 4 pollen grains remain attached, they are called compound pollen grains. The example is, which plant shows this compound pollen grain, which plant produce this compound pollen grain? The example is Juncus typha, Jatropha. Okay. So another case, that is Pollinium. So this is compound pollen grain, and the plants are Juncus, typha, Jatropha, etc. And the next is the Pollinium. So what is Pollinium? Pollinium in Calotropis and other related plant, the plants, that is Calotropis. all the pollen grains of an anther lobe remain united. All the pollen grains of an anther lobe in a anther lobe remain united in a single sac. They produce in a single sac. So that is called pollinium. Okay, the exceptional case, the compound pollen grain, and here in compound pollen grain all the 4 pollens remain attached, and in pollinium all the pollen grains of an anther lobe remaining united in a single sac. That is called the pollinium. The example is Calotropis. So now I think the topic is understood by all of you. Okay, thanks.